Assalamu alaikum dear students, welcome you all in class 8 chemistry video class. In previous class we already discussed three branches in detail, naming were physical chemistry, organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry. Physical chemistry was defined as a branch of chemistry in which we study physical forces, physical properties of matter along with chemical changes taking place in them. In second branch, organic chemistry, we define a branch of chemistry in which we study hydrocarbons and their derivatives. Third branch was inorganic chemistry, a branch of chemistry in which we study all the elements, all the substances, all the compounds except hydrocarbons and their derivatives. Today we are going to start 4-number branch, name is analytical chemistry. For that you have to open the books, page number 5. Analytical chemistry deals with the study of qualitative types, kinds, and quantitative amount nature analysis of matter. From the name, it is clear that in this branch we have to analyze a given substance. Substance may be pure or impure. First of all, I had taken the example of ammonia in order to describe quantitative and qualitative estimation of compounds. First of all, we had taken the example ammonia, formula is NH3. What is meant by qualitative estimation? In qualitative estimation, we have to calculate types of atom present in ammonia molecule. From the formula, it is clear that ammonia is made up of two types of atoms. One is known as nitrogen N and second one is known as hydrogen H. Both the letters are taken from their English name and these are known as symbols of elements. It means from qualitative estimation we concluded that ammonia is made up of two types of atoms, nitrogen and hydrogen. Second data we have to collect quantitative estimation. In quantitative estimation we have to calculate total number of atoms present in one molecule of ammonia. From the formula it is clear that ammonia is made up of total 1 nitrogen atom plus 3 hydrogen atom. On adding 1 plus 3 we get 4. It means according to quantitative estimation ammonia molecule is made up of total 4 atoms, 1 atom of nitrogen and 3 atoms of hydrogen. It means by applying analytical chemistry we estimate that ammonia is made up of two types of atom, nitrogen and hydrogen, and total number of atoms are 4 in them. Similarly, we can also apply the same data on any other example, just like glucose. According to qualitative estimation, we have to use the formulas of glucose C6H12O6. From the formula it is clear that glucose is made up of three types of atoms. One is known as C stands for carbon. Second H stands for hydrogen, and third O stands for oxygen. It means according to qualitative estimation we got the data that glucose is made up of total three types of atom, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Second important thing which we have to get the quantitative estimation. Quantitative estimation means how many number of atoms are there in one molecule of glucose. On adding C6 means 6 carbon atom plus 12 hydrogen atom plus 6 oxygen atom, we get the answer 24. It means one molecule of glucose is made up of total 24 atoms, 6 carbon atom, 12 hydrogen atoms and 6 oxygen atoms. These are the information which we got from quantitative and qualitative estimations of glucose molecule. Similarly, the same estimation can also be applied on any other substance given to you. Now we have to discuss what are the important applications of एनालिटिकल केमिस्ट्री. एनालिटिकल केमिस्ट्री की एप्लीकेशंस क्या हैं, इनके यूजफुलनेस क्या हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, दिस ब्रांच ऑफ केमिस्ट्री इज बेसिकली अप्लाइड इन ऑर्डर टू डिटेक्ट द प्योरिटी ऑफ अ कंपाउंड. हम किसी भी कंपाउंड को चेक कर सकते हैं उसका क्वांटिटेटिव एंड क्वालिटेटिव एस्टिमेशन करके कि वो कितने परसेंट प्योर है. सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज ऑब्जर्वेशन ऑफ अनवांटेड मटेरियल्स प्रेजेंट इन द गिवन सैंपल. ना सिर्फ हम कंपाउंड की प्योरिटी चेक कर सकते हैं बल्कि इसके साथ साथ हम ये भी डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि गिवन कंपाउंड के अंदर अनवांटेड मटेरियल कौन से हैं और उनकी रेशियो इसके अंदर कितनी है. Similarly, third important application of analytical chemistry means it provides techniques and instruments such as we are using glucometer nowadays in order to detect the glucose level in the blood sample, and it is also a device which is commonly used in analytical chemistry. It means by the use of analytical chemistry we can improve laboratory as well as instrumental techniques in the laboratory easily. Next branch according to your book is branch number 5. Name is industrial chemistry. Industrial chemistry deals with the study of techniques and chemical processes for the preparation of different industrial products, for example cement, glass, fertilizers, etc. In this case we are using processes. Processes means method. In this branch of chemistry we will discuss different types of techniques, different types of methods which are applicable for the production of different types of compound on commercial scale. It means commercially prepare करते हैं जब किसी चीज़ को, तो इसको हम कहते हैं industrial production of those compounds. Now what are the common uses of this branch? इस ब्रांच को हम अपनी डेली लाइफ में किस तरह यूज़ कर सकते हैं, इसके लिए हमारे पास डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज हैं हमारी लाइफ में. Nowadays, industries are also considered as backbone of any country economy. It means जितनी ज़्यादा हमारी इंडस्ट्रीज फर्निश होंगी, स्टैब्लिश होंगी, उतना ही हमारा मुल्क तेज़ी से तरक्की करेगा. In industry, different types of materials are prepared on large scale, and those materials which are used to start the chemical reactions are known as raw materials. In order to explain industrial chemistry, I am going to take the example of ammonia production through Haber's process. Haber's process is commonly used for the production of ammonia on large scale. The formula of ammonia is NH3. It means it is made up of nitrogen and hydrogen atoms, and the ratio of nitrogen and hydrogen is 1:3. It means 1 part nitrogen combined with 3 part hydrogen to get 1 molecule of ammonia. What should be the raw materials? What is the definition of raw materials? Raw materials are starting materials which are used to start a chemical reaction. From the formula it is clear that we need 2 types of substances in order to produce ammonia on commercial scale. One is known as N, nitrogen, and second is known as H, hydrogen. Both the gases are taken in large tower which is known as heating tower. Nitrogen formula is N2. Why we are using N2? Because it's a gas and gases exist in diatomic state. Similarly, hydrogen is also a gas at room temperature. Therefore, we have to present hydrogen by H2. Both the gases are taken in ratio 1 part nitrogen and 3 part hydrogen in heating tower. Heating tower temperature is maintained from 350 to 400 degrees centigrade. Pressure is 200 atmospheric. Different types of catalysts are used in order to accelerate or speed up the chemical reaction. Both the gases combine chemically and we get ammonia. Ammonia is a gas. After passing through condensation tower, it is converted into liquid ammonia. It means this process in which ammonia is produced on commercial scale, we get 100% production and there are no byproduct produced during this industry. That's why this industry is the most famous industry for the production of ammonia, and this process is known as Haber's process because it was introduced by a chemist Haber's. First of all, from where we get nitrogen? Nitrogen is basically isolated from the air because air contains 78% nitrogen. From where we get hydrogen? Hydrogen is obtained by thermal decomposition of methane. Methane formula is CH4 and it is the best source of carbon as well as hydrogen. It means by applying this technique we can produce ammonia on large scale. What are the applications of industrial chemistry? Industrial chemistry की applications क्या हैं? Industrial chemistry, first of all, in this branch we produce large number of compounds such as ammonia, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, which are not only important compound but also acts as a raw material for the production of other related compounds. Second one, important material used in construction such as bricks, cement, metals just like iron, etc., and paints, they are also prepared in industrial chemistry. Similarly, different types of cleaning agents such as soap, detergent, shampoo, toothpaste, liquid wash, these are also prepared under industrial chemistry. And fourth one is different types of substances which are very common in our daily life, just like paper, plastic, and textile industries. These are the famous gifts of this branch. Hope this lecture will be absorbed. Now we are moving on. Next branch name is nuclear chemistry. Nuclear chemistry is concerned with the study of nucleus, changes occurring in the nucleus, properties of the particle present in the nucleus, and also the emission or absorption of radiation from the nucleus. Simply we can say that it is a branch of chemistry in which we study various types of reactions taking place in the nuclei of atom. In this branch, first of all, before discussing any other thing, we must know what is the structure of an atom. Atom consists of two important parts. One is known as nucleus, which is the central part, and second one is known as orbit or shells. In the nucleus, two types of particles are present. One is known as proton, carries partial positive sign, and second is known as neutron, which are neutral particles because there is no sign on it. Similarly, third important particles present in atoms, they are known as negative charge particles, electrons, which are present outside the nucleus in orbits and shell. It means the various types of chemical and physical reaction taking place in the atom of any substance, they can be detected under the branch of nuclear chemistry. There are two different types of nuclear reactions which are known as, one is known as nuclear fusion reactions and second one is known as nuclear fission reaction. Nuclear fusion reactions are those reactions in which different nuclei combine together, and these reactions are highly exothermic. Large amount of heat comes out during these reactions. Second important nuclear reactions are known as nuclear fission reactions, in which one nucleus break up into different types of nuclei, and during these reactions energy is absorbed, and you can say these are endothermic reactions during which energy is provided to the system. Now what are the applications of nuclear chemistry? Nuclear chemistry की applications क्या हैं? First of all, we have to discuss basic applications of nuclear chemistry. One is known as atomic bomb. Atomic bombs are gift of nuclear chemistry. Similarly, nuclear bombs, tear gas, and explosives. Second, the most important technique which is used in nuclear chemistry is radiotherapy, during which different types of radioactive elements are used in order to control cancer-like disease. The most common radioactive isotope is cobalt-60 iodine-131. Similarly, this branch of chemistry can also be used in the preservation of different types of foods as well as the production of electric current by using nuclear fission reaction. Hope lecture will be absorbed. Inshallah, we will meet in next lecture with new branches, that is two branches are left, biochemistry and environmental chemistry. Till that, Allah Hafiz and take care.